Today, we're breaking down buying Bitcoin simplified. Welcome to Bitcoin Bytes HQ, simple Bitcoin explainers. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Let's go. Buying Bitcoin isn't one step, it's a sequence of actions, and understanding each step helps you avoid common beginner mistakes. Step 1 is choosing where to buy Bitcoin. For most beginners, this means using an exchange or a Bitcoin-only platform. Look for clear withdrawal options, transparent fees, and a history of operating reliably. Convenience matters, but your ability to move Bitcoin off the platform later matters more. Check withdrawal rules before signing up. If it's unclear how to withdraw Bitcoin, that's a red flag. Many beginners get stuck when they realize their bank blocks crypto transfers. A quick call to your bank or a small test deposit of $10 to $20 can save weeks of frustration. Next is depositing fiat money. Most exchanges accept bank transfers or e-transfers. Sending an e-transfer to an exchange is different than sending one to a friend. The exchange usually provides a specific email address, a reference code, or both. That reference tells the platform which account the money belongs to. Missing or incorrect information can delay or reject your deposit. Fiat deposits to exchanges take time, and fees vary by method. Reasonable fees are usually low single-digit percentages or less, sometimes plus a small fixed amount. Some platforms hide fees inside the exchange rate, so the displayed price looks better than it is. Always compare the final amount you receive after fees. Even a 0.5% difference adds up over time. Once the deposit clears, it's time to buy Bitcoin. Most exchanges have a minimum purchase amount, usually small. These minimums exist to cover platform and network fees. You don't need a whole Bitcoin. Fractions are fine. When placing a buy order, you'll usually see two main options: market orders and limit orders. A market order buys Bitcoin immediately at the current price. This is simple and fast, but the executed price may be slightly higher or lower than the displayed price during times of market movement. A limit order allows you to choose the exact price you want. The order only executes if the market reaches that price. If it never reaches your price, the order won't fill. Limit orders give control, but require patience. A common beginner mistake is setting a limit order too far from the current price and then forgetting about it. The market may never hit your target, leaving you waiting while others buy at market price. Other common beginner errors include mistyping the amount, selecting the wrong currency, or rushing to buy because of fear of missing out. Understanding fees, price fluctuations, and order types help prevent these mistakes. Another essential step is account security. Always enable two-factor authentication using an authenticator app rather than SMS or email. Use a strong, unique password and consider a dedicated email address for the account. These steps protect your funds even before you buy. SMS two-factor is vulnerable to SIM swapping attacks, where scammers convince your phone carrier to transfer your number. An authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy is far more secure. Once your order fills, your account shows a Bitcoin balance. This feels like the finish line, but it isn't. The Bitcoin usually hasn't moved on the network yet. It exists inside the platform system. This leads directly to the next step, moving Bitcoin into your control.
After buying Bitcoin, the next decision is where to store it. For small amounts, leaving Bitcoin on the exchange or using a hot wallet is reasonable. A hot wallet is connected to the internet, usually on your phone or computer, and gives you convenience plus more control than an exchange alone. Hot wallets are convenient for everyday transactions, but they are only as secure as the device they're installed on. If your phone is lost, stolen, or compromised by malware, you risk losing access. For larger amounts, best practice is cold storage. Cold storage typically means a hardware wallet, a device that keeps your private keys offline. When choosing one, look for clear documentation and a setup process that lets you verify addresses and recovery phrases directly on the device. Avoid wallets that hide information or rely entirely on an app without clear instructions. Popular options in 2026 include Ledger, Trezor, and Coldcard. Read recent user reviews and security audits to make sure the device hasn't had known vulnerabilities in the last year. Some exchanges require you to set up a whitelist address before you can withdraw Bitcoin. Only approved addresses can receive withdrawals, which is a safety measure. This reinforces the importance of planning where your Bitcoin will go and double-checking addresses. When withdrawing Bitcoin to a wallet you control, you create a real network transaction. Fees apply, confirmations start, and the transaction is broadcast. You can watch it in the mempool using the transaction ID provided by the exchange. This helps you see the fee, confirmation progress, and when it gets included in a block. Confirmations usually take about 10 minutes per block, depending on network congestion. Before sending, always verify the destination address. Even though we've covered this in a previous video, it's worth repeating. Bitcoin transactions can't be reversed. Double-check character by character, and if possible, send a small test amount first. A good habit is to copy the address, paste it into a text file, then copy it again from the file before sending. This breaks the chain of clipboard hijacking malware that swaps addresses. Small everyday payments are often sent via the Lightning Network. Fast and low fee, ideal for things like coffee or tipping. Larger transfers and long-term storage typically use on-chain transactions, slower but more final. Cold wallets use a seed phrase, usually a list of words that can restore access if the device is lost or damaged. This phrase is more important than the wallet itself. If someone gets your seed phrase, they can take your Bitcoin. Store it offline, securely, and privately. Never photograph it, store it in the cloud, or share it. The seed phrase is usually 12 or 24 words. Write it down on paper or metal, never digitally. Store copies in separate secure locations, and test restoring your wallet with the phrase before sending large amounts. A small next step you can take is a practice loop. Buy a very small amount of Bitcoin, for example $10. Send it to your wallet, then send it back to the exchange. This exposes you to buying, withdrawing, receiving, and sending Bitcoin while keeping the risk low, and it builds confidence for larger transactions. Start with $10, $20, so even if something goes wrong, the loss is small and educational. Once you've successfully sent and received a test amount,
the process feels routine instead of scary. Buying Bitcoin isn't one step.
it's choosing a platform, depositing fiat, buying carefully, and storing Bitcoin according to the amount and your comfort level. Once your Bitcoin is in your wallet, it's important to remember that prices can fluctuate. Holding long-term through ups and downs is a key part of the process. Check out my video, Surviving Bitcoin Bear Markets, The Mental Game. That's buying Bitcoin simplified. Like, share, and subscribe for more Bitcoin explainers. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.